What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the man that's burning alive right now, just that here. Now, there's no shock that AI has gone a little out of control. I mean, hell, we went from talking about cryptocurrency being the next new currency to talking about AI. Woody is like cryptocurrency and Buzz Lightyear is the new AI. And pretty much what I mean from that is pretty much AI is the new buzzword. Hell, they're putting AI on everything. TVs, watches, Flipbits, flip-flops, chairs, cars, dildos, mac and cheese, hand trucks, and goddamn rubber duckies. What I'm pretty much trying to say is it's on fucking everything. Now, everything that I said at the very end, I don't think really needs AI. But the one thing that would be great for AI is video games. And when I say this, I don't think it should get rid of all the game developers that are working on these games to make them as good as possible. I see AI being more of a tool to make stuff quicker. So instead of having to wait for a game for like 5 to 8 years, it's actually might be a lot more faster if we used AI. So instead of just writing code that just opens a door or finding high-res textures, we could just ask the AI to do it without really having to do anything. Now, on paper, that sounds great, especially when it comes to higher-ups, but it also means you actually have job security. Because if an AI can write better code than you, does that mean that you're out of the job, or are you just going to be overseeing it? And yeah, that's a really good question to ask. But the people I think that are going to benefit from tool-assisted AI is pretty much independent developers. Not a whole lot of people know how to make a video game. The one thing that's always stopped me from making video games is just learning how to do code. I just don't know how it works. And sure, I can draw you a video game. I've had a lot of thoughts before on a video game that I always wanted to make. But what always stops me from getting that far is I don't know how to code and I don't know anybody else that knows how to code. But what if we make a engine out there that like does AI? Or tool-assisted AI, where you pretty much ask what this game is about, you give it the concept, you tell it what to do, and boom, you got a game. And you can constantly edit it layer by layer, just to make sure you get it just right. And I think if AI keeps on getting better and better, it opens the door for a lot of new people that have always wanted to make that dream game but just never could. And I think another topic that I really just want to talk about, and this is the reason I kind of want to make this video as well, is have you ever seen like the AI videos of like video games? I've been watching a lot of like Soundtrack, which is a YouTube channel that what they do is they take, you know, videos of video games and they tell AI to reimagine the image. And it's like this crazy result of like realistic with like the wacky kind of animations from, you know, older video games. And you know, when I see these like videos where they just take like the gameplay from GTA Vice City and then turn it into like ultra realistic, it's fucking mind-blowing. And it really made me start really thinking, right? Like, what's really stopping us to make a AI filter that just overlays over your game and just makes it look realistic? And can we ever, like, train an AI to, like, be consistent? I don't know the whole, like, issues of it, but I think we can. And instead of having to wait for a developer to remake a game, we could just remake it ourselves. Or instead of just taking time to make all these high-res textures, we just put on a AI shader and that's it. And I don't really see that really being impossible, mostly because, you know, we have software like Reshade. Reshade is a software that pretty much changes the way video games look. You can change the contrast, you can change the brightness, you can put a CRT display on it. Now, I have no clue if that's possible or impossible, but I do think at some point we're going to hit the point where we have real-time AI filtering. It'll be just like Reshade, where you can boot up the game and then you boot up the software and you have that ultra realistic filtering over it. I kind of see it that it will happen, but I'm not sure when. Mostly because like I don't know how it will work with graphics cards or like CPUs. Would real-time AI filtering be like demanding, or would it just be like a better alternative than, you know, rendering it out through a graphics card? I have no clue. I just had that absolute thought of that and I was just like, you know, I'm gonna share that. But this is pretty much my last thought. What if we just said fuck game engines and just went fully AI? Like went, okay, we're gonna take this AI, it's gonna make a game for us without no coding. And we know that's possible because I just watched some ordinary gamers play Counter-Strike through AI kind of software. I don't know what it was. And this stuff is advancing pretty rapidly. Now, I mainly just showed some ordinary gamers talking about Counter-Strike AI, but 7 days ago, he did Minecraft AI, and it looks way much better than Counter-Strike's AI. Now, these AI video games are not perfect. They're pretty much more like dreamlike video games. But imagine what if, AI gets better, it starts remembering where it's at, and it becomes more consistent. Will there ever be an AI video game that is so consistent you cannot tell from the naked eye? There's no finger glitches, everything looks very consistent. And I think, yeah, at some point this is going to be our reality. And I think it's going to change the way we make video games. I think video games are heading to a point where instead of it being limited by how many polygons there are, or how big's your graphics card, I think it's going to get to the point where the sky is the limit, and the only thing that holds you back is your imagination. It's a very weird time to be alive, but also a great time to be alive. Pretty much all the new stuff that's just coming out, if we would have talked about it like a decade ago, it would have sounded like the Jetsons. In AI, whether you call it artificial intelligence or machine learning, I honestly think it's more machine learning than, artificial intelligence, but that's how we call it. I think AI is going to open up a lot more opportunities, but it's also going to open a lot of bad opportunities too. It's going to be just like how people thought of the internet when it first came out. You're going to have people on board, you're going to have people that think it's a gimmick, and you're going to have people that are fully against it. There's sometimes I really do fear about AI, especially when it comes to art. And I do draw a lot of art, but also on the other hand, I'm also excited for AI. I want to see where it will go. I kind of want to see where it's going to be in the next 15 years. That's pretty much all I got to say, and I want to see your comments down below and tell me what you think about AI and where you think it's going to be in the next 15 years. And other than that, I have nothing else better to say, so skiddly bobbly boop, I'm out.